Well, hello and welcome, sports fans, to this live video streaming event from Table Rock Sports Productions, the inaugural football event this year in partnership with our local schools here in Southern Oregon. I'm Nate Goodyear with Caleb Franklin on the camera tonight, coming to you live from Phoenix High School in beautiful, you guessed it, Phoenix, Oregon. Thanks for joining us tonight. Welcome to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. Tonight, featuring the Mustangs of Hidden Valley versus the Phoenix Pirates. We're pleased to bring you this game on TableRockSports.net in partnership with the Phoenix Talent School District and our participating community business partners. Joe Brett is our executive producer for events on TableRockSports.net. Our sponsors keep these events free for fans to enjoy. Please let them know you appreciate their support, and please support Table Rock Sports by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, search Table Rock Sports, and click on the red subscribe button. We've got a fun one for you tonight. Of course, an abbreviated schedule this year. Everything is going in reverse. We'll get to everything important here shortly, but Phoenix won the toss and has elected to receive, and we are underway in week one. Fumbling the kickoff right out of the gate is Will Greenwood, and it's going to, did it trickle into the end zone, or is it just going to be downed? I'm not sure exactly what the call is there. Well, hey, just like that, we're off without a hitch, right, fellas? It'll be 1st and 10 for Phoenix, and they're going to open their year with Eli Page under center, a senior quarterback. Phoenix had a bit of a rough season last season. Well, last season was a year and a half ago now, but they're looking to bounce back from that and make some strides against a Hidden Valley team. That was a tough beat, but they're moving up a division this year, or at least in this game, playing 4A, and they'll take on Phoenix. We'll see what they have to offer. 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line for Phoenix, and the initial snap is fumbled, knocked down in the backfield, hit initially at the 12-yard line. They're going to actually mark him down at the 14, so it's a loss of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Lead to a 2nd and 16 for Phoenix. So not exactly the start that the Pirates wanted, but since we haven't mentioned it yet, the weather's pretty darn lousy out here in Phoenix right now. It started raining a couple of hours ago, and it doesn't look to let up anytime soon. So we're in for a rough and tumble ball game this evening, and Phoenix is already behind the 8 ball. We're just 50 seconds into the first quarter. We've got a 2nd and 16 from the 14-yard line. Page is under center. Looks like Alexis Manzano, the lone setback. It's a give to Manzano straight up the middle. He gets up to the line of scrimmage, maybe picks up a yard, and that's it before he's stopped by several Mustang tacklers to bring up a 3rd and 15. Hidden Valley returns a lot of players from the state final team last season, and we'll get to some of those high-powered offensive stars here when the Mustangs take over, but right now we've got a 3rd and 15 with 10:26 left on the clock in the first quarter for the Pirates. Page is under center. Bobbles the snap again, pitches it out to Manzano on a swing pass, and he loses the handle, and it looks like that was a lateral pass, so that's a fumble and another loss of yardage, this time dropped back 10 yards deep. And just like that, it's a 3 and out to start for Phoenix. So certainly not what they were looking for. But the weather's sloppy out there, and these teams have had a limited amount of time to practice with one another. It's likely to be a rough start for both of them. But back to kick, or receive the kick, is Jeremiah Noga on the 33-yard line for Hidden Valley. Phoenix will punt out of their own end zone on 4th and 25. The snap is clean. The kick is a low line drive, but a good spiral that should roll for a while. Finally picked up by Noga at about midfield. He's going to head to the far side. He's at the 35, down to the 30, dodging tacklers, but there's a flag on the play. He's knocked out at the 22-yard line. Decent return from Noga. But we'll see the call here. It might have been aided. And indeed it was. It looks like a trip. But that's going to go against Phoenix. Well, as usual, our officials are working things out as well here in the early goings of the season. Oh, no, it is against Hidden Valley. And it looked like it happened before the kick, so Phoenix is going to get a fresh go at it. What a break for the Pirates here to open the game. And with 9:16 left in the first quarter, they're going to get a free first down out of Hidden Valley. That's a pretty big break for Phoenix, and now's the time for them to take advantage. So another chance for Eli Page and his Charges. They'll take over at the 20-yard line. That's where they started on their last possession and ended up punting out of their own end zone. Will Greenwood is the tailback. Under center is Page. Two wide receivers. Couple of tight ends, another bobbled snap, pitch to the left side, and stuffed in the backfield, hit hard at the 15-yard line is Will Greenwood. Loss of 5, that'll bring up 2nd and 15. And really, aside from the slick ball out there that has already given Eli Page plenty of trouble under center, this Hidden Valley defense is not to be trifled with. Tough up front, a lot of size, and a defensive backfield that's got some pretty long-limbed defensive backs that are eager to get in there and make some plays. 2nd and 15. Here's Page, rolling to his right. He tosses into the flat, and it falls short. Intended for Marcelo Valadez, and that'll bring up 3rd down. So Phoenix early on just looking a little disjointed offensively, and that's just something you can always expect out of the first game of any season. But with the way things are this year and the weather, I mean, the schedule's practically being played in reverse. This is not August weather for week 1 for high school athletes by any means. Page will again take his position under center for a 3rd and 15 from their own 15. Play fake, rolling to his right. It looks like he's going to keep it himself. He doesn't have any blockers and does well to pick up 3 yards on the play. And the Pirates will once again kick it deep. 8:15 left to go in the opening quarter. That's a pair of 3 and outs from the Pirates. If you're just joining us here on TableRockSports.net, the Pirates caught a break on their first possession as they were punting it away. Hidden Valley got whistled for a personal foul. They got a free first down, but weren't able to capitalize. Julius Bolstad has his feet on the 5 for Phoenix, set to kick it away. The snap is good. The kick, again, a bit of a low liner headed right towards Jeremiah Noga, who finally fields it back in his own territory at the 45, but he's got a little room, trying to get the edge around the left side, coming near side, and is knocked out of bounds at the 40-yard line by Alexis Manzano. So that's where Hidden Valley is going to start their first drive of this 2021 season, what should be the 2020 season, but alas, here we are with 7:59 left to play in the opening quarter and no score between Phoenix and Hidden Valley. So here comes the Hidden Valley attack, led by Nate Vidlak, the junior quarterback. On his right is Tobias Powers, aptly named a powerhouse tailback in his senior season for the Mustangs. 3 wide receivers out to the right for Vidlak, 1 down here to the near side to the left. They start on the Phoenix 41-yard line. Hidden Valley's not afraid to take their time, and they're not afraid to throw the ball. Quick toss out to the flat on the left side is hauled in nicely, staying in bounds for a gain of what appears to be 6 on the play. Lawrence Matusik getting his name called for the first time. Or now I'm not sure what happened. Oh, they're saying it was incomplete. He was out of bounds. Hey, you only got to get 1 foot in this game. Now the ref's got to talk about it. I mean, it looked good from here, and it appears that the officials agree. It'll be a pickup of 6 for Matusik, bringing up a 2nd and 4 for Hidden Valley. Same formation for Hidden Valley. Vidlak, and we're going to see a flag. You may be able to hear it from the coach's box next to us. But we got a false start. So both teams a little bit dodgy coming out of the gate. We'll see a 2nd and 9 here coming up from Hidden Valley. Going to go with quads here for Vidlak. In the slot to the near side is Gabriel Birchfield. Powers remains in the backfield. 2nd and 9. Vidlak rolling to his right, pressured out, throws on the move, looking downfield. He's got a man, and it just slips out of the hands. Jeremiah Noga was the intended target. Looked to be a pretty good ball on the run by Vidlak, but just off the fingertips of Noga, and we'll see a 3rd down. 7:30 left in the opening quarter. Pleased to have you join us on TableRockSports.net, the John L. Scott Game of the Week. Birchfield is going to move into a tight end position on the right side. Powers to the left of Vidlak in the backfield. Powers is going to get the call, trying to get the edge, cuts back, missed tackle, and buries his way forward for a gain of 5 on the play up to the 35-yard line. That'll bring up a 4th down. Powers is tough to take down. In addition to having good size, he's just one of those backs that is always going to finish on his face, and you saw it there. 4th and 4, Hidden Valley's going to keep the offense on the field. Vidlak tries to draw an offside, but to no avail. .650 and the clock is ticking in the opening quarter. Powers shifts to the right. Motioning in is Lawrence Matusik. Now back out. Vidlak back to pass. Looking right. He's got a man, and it's off the fingertips, and in fact, right off the sternum of Noga. Man, that's a tough one as a wide receiver. Whenever you hear the click of your shoulder pads as it slips through your hands, that's always one you want to have back. Hidden Valley's going to turn it over on downs. Seems like as good a time as any to remind you that today's game is brought to you in part by My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Morning motivation, crunch in your lunch, and fuel for your road trip begins with My Circle K. No score, 6:33 left in the opening quarter. Phoenix with their 3rd possession of the game. 1st and 10 from the 35. Here's a give straight ahead. Manzano still moving. Nice determination from Manzano to work his way up for a gain of 5 on the play. Dropped at the 40-yard line, and a 2nd and 5 for Phoenix, their first positive yardage of the night. They'll be happy to take it as they find themselves 10 yards away from Hidden Valley territory. Six minutes, and the clock is ticking here in the first. No score between Hidden Valley and Phoenix. Page with an offset eye, 2 tight ends and a wide receiver up to the top of your screen. Motioning in is Martin Scala, but we're going to get a timeout out of Phoenix. So that means that we're going to step away to let our sponsors pay the bills. On the John L. Scott scoreboard, Hidden Valley 0, Phoenix 0 on TableRockSports.net.
K is your on-the-go tailgate headquarters. Whether it's a home game or a road game, when you need a big play, call on My Circle K. From their always fresh premium brewed coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks and sodas, fresh made-for-travel deli items. When it comes to special teams, nothing is more special than My Circle K's Kickback Reward Program. Rewards every purchase, every time. Find them, follow them, throw a tailgate party with them. MyCircleK.com.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Welcome back. On 2nd and 5. Eli Page's pass intended for Justin Wilcox was incomplete. Just out of reach. He got a hand on it, but was surrounded by a host of Hidden Valley defenders, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 5. Welcome into TableRockSports.net if you're just joining us. Hidden Valley Mustangs at Phoenix. No score so far. 5:40 left in the first quarter. I'm Nate Goodyear along with Caleb Franklin working the camera for us this evening. 3rd and 5 from the 40 for Phoenix. It's their 3rd possession of the game. They have yet to have anything to show for it, but hoping to break through here. An offset eye. Page under center is going to toss it right. Manzano tries to cut back, and he's hit hard. Right there waiting for him. That Hidden Valley defense busted through the line, and it was Matthew Iwamizu that made the initial contact. Good job by Manzano. Pick up a yard. Or I'm sorry, to keep it only to a loss of 1 yard. But that'll bring up 4th and 6, and it'll be the 3rd punt of the ball game for Phoenix. Julius Bolstad is the punter for Phoenix. Back deep is Jeremiah Noga for Hidden Valley. And the punt is on the snap is on the ground. It's lost. Bolstad is going to go down. Bad deal for Phoenix after good execution on their first 2 punts. But they've had trouble both offensively and on special teams so far with the exchange between the center and both the punter and the quarterback. It's wet out there. This is a tough time to start the year. There's no doubt about it. It's pouring rain. The ball is wet. And we're all trying to execute for the first time this season. So with 4:44 remaining in the opening quarter with no score, Hidden Valley will take over from the Phoenix 25-yard line. Here's Powers off the right side. Moves his way forward, turns his legs, and spins ahead close to a first down. Looks like he's going to come up a yard short, but a 9-yard gain from Powers. That'll bring up 2nd and 1. Slots to both sides. Vidlak out of the gun, Powers to his right. 2nd and 2 officially from the 12-yard line. So Hidden Valley threatening for the first time in this ball game. Vidlak is going to keep it himself. Wide open on the right side. If he can get to the edge, he's in, and he is. Touchdown, Hidden Valley. Well, you make it look pretty easy when you do it like that. A 12-yard scamper. And it was the misdirection as they faked the give to Powers. Vidlak had nothing but room to run. All he had to do was get to the pylon, and that he did. 6-0 Mustangs with 3:59 left in the first. Got to give Hidden Valley credit for the execution there. They made the fake and pretty much left Vidlak with one guy to beat just based on their scheme, and that he did. All he had to do was get to the edge. Looks like they're trading out balls here for the extra point. Cody Simmons on for the PAT. Snap is good, the hold is down, and the kick splits the uprights. So with 3:59 left to play, Hidden Valley draws first blood. On the John L. Scott scoreboard, Hidden Valley 7, Phoenix nothing. On TableRockSports.net.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is the guy from Lithia who made it all possible, Carlos. Hey, Carlos. You want someone who's going to take care of you and not just the dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guy during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on lithiasuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
I saw a parent, dad in the stands yelling at his kid, trying to coach him from the bleachers, and the embarrassment on the kid's face. It looked like he was about to cry while playing the game.
I think it's very embarrassing for a student athlete to see their parents being escorted out of the gym or off the playing field.
I'd be surprised if that kid comes back to the game.
And you risk a child enjoying the game, that you rob them of the fun. You have made a bad choice.
Welcome back to Phoenix High School. It's 7-0 Hidden Valley after the initial score of the game. A 12-yard run by Vidlak around the edge, and Phoenix is going to try to do something here. As we've got Eric Peltier fielding the kickoff at the 15-yard line. Not much room to run. He's stopped at the 20. And that's where Phoenix will take possession. We want to thank you for joining us on TableRockSports.net. I'm Nate Goodyear on play-by-play. Caleb Franklin working the camera for me this evening. 3:53 left in the opening quarter. Most of this game has been played in Phoenix territory so far. They've had the ball a few times. They've had some 3-and-outs and several punts. And Hidden Valley has taken advantage in this game so far by really winning the field position battle. 1st and 10 from the 21. Will Greenwood is the tailback. Eli Page under center. An offset eye for Page with a couple of tight ends. And before the snap, we're going to get a flag. It's a false start. So unfortunately for the Pirates, they're moving backwards once again. They'll find themselves with a 1st and 15 from the 16-yard line. Jackson Selden coming onto the field. He'll be the wide receiver on the near side of your screen. Will Greenwood in the backfield. The fullback is Cameron Redmond. Page under center, 2 tight ends. Here's Redmond. In motion, out to the near side. The snap is fumbled. Page appeared to have fallen on it. And he did, but yet another loss of yardage for Phoenix. So back to the 15-yard line for Phoenix. They'll be facing a 2nd and 16. .322 and ticking here in the opening quarter from Phoenix High School. The rain has yet to let up, and I don't believe it's supposed to for the rest of the evening. Same backfield, Greenwood and Redmond, Page under center. Out to the near side is Jackson. Here's the give straight ahead. Trying to dance into the hole is Greenwood, but he's got nowhere to go. Picked up maybe a yard if he's lucky, and we'll see a 3rd and 15. Hidden Valley so far owning the line of scrimmage on the couple of plays that Phoenix has been able to get a part of. That defensive line for Hidden Valley has pretty much been the story of the contest so far. Getting great penetration up front, getting to the quarterback, getting into the backfield. And once they get that initial hit, they're bringing him down. Greenwood again, the tailback. 2 tight ends to the right for Page now. 3rd and 15. He's going to keep it himself. Tries to go behind the right guard, and he's wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. And yet another no progress possession for Phoenix. Minute 40 seconds remaining in the first, and the clock is ticking. Noga back to receive the punt. Bolstad will kick it away for Phoenix. 90 seconds left in the first now. And again, a bad snap. Bolstad's going to have to fall on it at the 1, and that is really going to hurt for Phoenix. Wow, a rough break. That's a pair of botched snaps in a row where Bolstad really had no choice but to just make the safe play. And in this case, he drops down at the 2-yard line. And this Phoenix defense is going to have to buck up here if they want to keep from going down 2 possessions here in the first quarter. First and goal from the 2 now. Double wing set, straight ahead. Vidlak is going to take it himself, and he sneaks it in for the score. Well, and just like that, it's 13-0 pending the extra point. Nate Vidlak with a pair of rushing touchdowns already this evening. And unfortunately for Phoenix, it's tough to make it that much more simple for your opponent, and especially a Hidden Valley team that will take advantage of mistakes in a big way. And here they have, with 1:13 left in the opening quarter, they're up 13-0. The point after is up and good. And that's going to take us to a break on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Hidden Valley 14, Phoenix 0 on TableRockSports.net. Welcome back. 14-0 at Phoenix High School. Hidden Valley on top. Here's the kickoff with 1:12 left in the opening quarter. Fielded and hit hard. Will Greenwood is going to be dropped at the 20-yard line. That seems to be a common theme here for this Phoenix offense. They've started the majority of their possessions right there at the 20. They'll get a 1st and 10 and an opportunity in their hopes to cut this lead in half with 1:07 remaining in the opening quarter. Nate Goodyear with you. Getting things done here at Phoenix High School in the rain. It's week 1 of an abbreviated football season. As I mentioned earlier, kind of going in reverse weather-wise. You would hope by the end of the season things are going to start turning better, but right now, I mean, this is playoff weather that we're looking at. Page is under center. And he thought to pitch it to Manzano, but it looked like a miscommunication in the backfield and a loss of yardage for Phoenix. Dropped for a loss of 5. In on the play was Blake Schubert. Looked like Daniel Iwamizu was also part of the proceedings, and Matthew Iwamizu as well. It's an Iwamizu party in the backfield 40 seconds left here in the opening quarter. 2nd and 15 upcoming for the Pirates. If you're just joining us, Nate Vidlak has both touchdowns, and they came on the ground. The quarterback for Hidden Valley taking one around the edge for 12 to open the scoring, and then a sneak from 2 yards out to pick up the second score of the game after a botched fumble on a punt attempt by Phoenix. Should be the last play of the quarter. Page pitches to Manzano, and he's met in the backfield. We'll get the final read on it, but it looks like it might have been, who have we got there at the end of the first quarter? We're looking at Blake Schubert making the hit in the backfield, and that's going to take us right up to the end of the quarter. So after 1 here in Phoenix, it's Hidden Valley 14, Phoenix nothing. We'll be back for the second quarter after this on TableRockSports.net.
There's a time machine not so far away that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
The Know Your Role campaign is incredibly needed and incredibly vital and important to establish boundaries, safe boundaries for children to play.
It's got to be a proactive culture where everybody enjoys the game.
At least creates awareness that some things need to change in order for the youth sports world and even actually the adult sports world to continue.
Knowing your role means that the parent, the coach, the referee, the fans, we all have a role.
Welcome back. Second quarter about to get underway here at Phoenix High School. 14-0 Hidden Valley on top. It's a 3rd and 17 from the 12 for Phoenix. It's been a rough start for them offensively. The biggest problem is getting the ball between the center and the quarterback. Page under center. He's going to pitch to Manzano, right side, hitting the backfield once again. First to the party was Matthew Iwamizu. He got his hands on him, and that's going to bring up another 4th down. Iwamizu has been a consistent presence in the Pirates' backfield so far through the first quarter. And this will be yet another punt from Phoenix. Their last 2 punts have ended with a botched snap, the most recent of which resulted in a Hidden Valley touchdown after taking the ball on a 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. Whistles and a flag before the snap. Waiting on the call here. Oh, we're going to get an offside, so bit of a break for Phoenix, but it remains 4th down. They'll find themselves with a 4th and 13 as Bolstad will kick it away from his own 5-yard line. It's going to be Noah Stone back to return the kick this time. I'm sorry, I believe that's Daniel Iwamizu. It's a line drive. Iwamizu feels it at the 45. Goes left. Now he's going to come to the near side. He's got some blockers and some room to run. Down to the 25. The 20. Dodges a man to the 15. Is wrapped up and finally churns his way down and out of bounds at the 11-yard line. A fine return from Iwamizu. Credit to Phoenix for getting the kick off that time. But Hidden Valley's special teams was prepared for it. Set up a nice wall along the Phoenix sideline on the near side of your screen. And once again, great field position. But I missed a flag there, so of course. All right, so that's not so bad if you're Phoenix. Got a block in the back that's going to take the return back 15 yards from the spot. The flag was down at the 22-yard line. And as long as we're giving credit to Hidden Valley for their special teams, I feel like we should probably point out that the 2 best punt returns they've had so far have been called back due to flags. So they'll take over with a 1st and 10 from the Phoenix 38-yard line with 11:05 left in the second quarter. Hidden Valley leads 14-0 here on TableRockSports.net. Vidlac will be under center with Powers the tailback. Slot left with your tight end Birchfield to the right side of the formation from the right hash. Vidlac, Powers is straight ahead, shakes a tackler, fights off another man, and now he's just showing off up to the 32-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 30, but another powerful run from Powers. That'll bring up a 2nd and 2. I mean, you just got to wrap him up, and Phoenix has struggled to do that. And to be fair, a lot of people have struggled to wrap up Tobias Powers over the last couple of years. The Phoenix defenders are no exception. 2nd and 2 from the 30-yard line, 10:30 left in the second quarter. Same formation now, slot left, Vidlac under center. Play fake, and he's got a man looking downfield. Wide open, Vidlac connects. Touchdown, Jeremiah Noga. A 30-yard touchdown pass from Vidlac to Noga, and pending the extra point, it's 20-0 Hidden Valley. Not much you can say about that. Good execution, just a little wheel route. And Noga found himself beating the coverage as the defensive backs got tangled up in one another and still had an opportunity to make a play. As if there's any criticism, that ball was slightly underthrown, but it was still a good ball by Vidlac. Noga had to make the play, and it's another touchdown for Hidden Valley. The extra point is up and good. And just like that, it's 21-0 Mustangs. Well, fans, you can help keep Table Rock Sports in the game by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Search Table Rock Sports at youtube.com and click on the red subscribe button to help us continue to cover the action. If you are just joining us, there's 10:15 remaining in the second quarter. Hidden Valley up 21-0. Nate Vidlac so far has really been the man for Hidden Valley, just as we had expected. He's got a pair of rushing touchdowns. And the most recent score, a 30-yard strike through the air to Jeremiah Noga to make it 21-0. So while both teams have had their slick spots out there in the field here in week one, Hidden Valley, for the most part, has tightened it up and has come to play. We're going to get a flag on the kickoff. They were offside. Hidden Valley jumping the gun a little bit. A little eager to get down there, huh? Just waiting on the official call. And we'll do it again. Back deep for Phoenix, Eric Peltier and Will Greenwood set to field the kick. We got some other games going on tonight across the Skyline Conference, which would be of interest to you Phoenix folk. Henley versus Mazama, so a rumble in Klamath Falls. Then North Valley over at Klamath Union as well. Around the valley, Brookings Harbor is visiting Cascade Christian. North Medford is out against Grants Pass, and Crater High School taking on South Medford just on that side of town. Greenwood will field the kick at the 8-yard line. He bobbles it. And that could be a problem. Still found a little room to run. Finds his way up to the 22, where he's hit hard. Nice coverage on the play. It looks like our rosters are not totally updated because I don't have a number 35, but that was a heck of a hit. On the plus side for Phoenix, they're going to take over past their own 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 23. They trail 21-0, 10:09 remaining here in the second quarter from Phoenix High School. Pirates, of course, decked out in their home navy blues, while Hidden Valley rocking the Boise State look. White on orange pants with blue numbers, trimmed in orange, and the blue hats. Page is going to throw. He rolls out right, and he's hit hard from behind. He lost the football. It's a fumble, and it looks like it might be recovered by Hidden Valley. No signal yet, and in fact, Phoenix did fall on it. Big break from Phoenix, but Page really had no chance there. He was tracked down quickly by Tyoa Klauser, junior defensive back. Well, again, I guess I'm mistaken. That's a number 15. There's none on my roster, so defensive end mixed sack face, mixed strip fumble. Whatever, 2nd and 15 from the 18 now for Phoenix. No coverage from the blind side. Page has got to be looking funky at his left tackle after that one. And he fumbles the snap again. Now, this isn't an official number, but I believe that's the 5th fumbled snap, at least, for Phoenix. They've had a lot of trouble with that center quarterback exchange here just in the first quarter and a half of this season. And yeah, it's wet out there. The weather's not good. But that's not going to be an excuse for this Phoenix coaching staff. 3rd and 15. And the Pirates are going to go take a timeout. And so are we. We'll be right back. 21-0 Mustangs on TableRockSports.com.
K is your on-the-go tailgate headquarters. Whether it's a home game or a road game, when you need a big play, call on My Circle K. From their always fresh premium brewed coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks and sodas, fresh made-for-travel deli items. When it comes to special teams, nothing is more special than My Circle K's Kickback Reward Program. Rewards every purchase, every time. Find them, follow them, throw a tailgate party with them. MyCircleK.com.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Welcome back. 3rd and 15 for Phoenix. They try to set up a screen, and they successfully complete the pass up to the 20. Fighting his way up towards the 25 is Joey Baynard. Like he's brought up just short of the 24-yard line. So just past the original line of scrimmage. But I believe we're going to see another Phoenix punt here as they'll set up a 4th and 9. 8:05 remaining here in the opening half. 21-0 Hidden Valley. Nate Vidlac responsible in some way for all 3 touchdowns, a pair on the ground and 1 through the air, a 30-yard strike to Jeremiah Noga. So the clock is ticking at 7:50 in the second quarter. Bolstad back to kick. He'll kick from the 11-yard line. We've got an upset youngster down there on the sidelines for Phoenix. Bolstad gets off a good one here. It's high and it's deep. Fielded nicely by Iwamizu, and he gets a good block. He's across midfield, cuts his way back. He's down to the 40, and the ball is loose. Looks like it might have gone out of bounds. A potential block in the back there on that play, but no flag, which would have been the 3rd punt return in a row for Hidden Valley with the flag, but a nice return from Iwamizu. Despite losing the ball, Hidden Valley will take over, leading 21-0 on the Phoenix 41-yard line. So we're going to see trips to the right for Vidlac. Powers also on his right, the tailback. 1st and 10 from the 41. 7:24 left in the second. From the left hash. Vidlac with a hard count. Now he looks to the sideline for the next call. He's going to give to Powers. Left side, dodges a tackler, and a nice pickup of 5. Powers just a skilled runner. He's shifty, and you watch him, and it's hard to see anything that really jumps out at you as far as electricity, but he just gets the job done over and over and over again. He makes the first guy miss, and then he finishes on his face, and if you've got the skill to do that, you can pick yourself up at least 5 yards every time. Powers has shown himself to be fully capable of that over the course of the last couple of seasons. 2nd and 5. Empty backfield for Vidlac, 5 wide. Powers is going to be to the slot in the left. Now he motions into the backfield, fly motion, play fake, and a screen pass to Matusik. Matusik has the first down and more. Nice blocking on the edge. He lost the football. Phoenix, are they on it? Did they get it in bounds? Oh, they're going to say that he was down. I don't know about that. That one looked like he coughed it up on the move. If anything, maybe you could say that he stepped out of bounds. I'm not sure, but a rough break for Phoenix as a case of the slippy footballs finally got to Hidden Valley, and Phoenix couldn't take advantage. But a first down to Matusik. Nice gain on the play. Nice play design as well. And they'll operate from the 15-yard line. A no huddle here. 6:28 left in the second. Powers to the left of Vidlac. From the left hash. Matusik up to the far side of the screen. Noga down here to the right. And it's a counter play. Powers, room to run, and a clear path to the end zone. Touchdown, Hidden Valley. A 15-yard scamper from Powers. And pending the extra point, it's now 27-0 Hidden Valley. It looked initially like there was some good penetration from Phoenix into the backfield. But again, Powers making the first guy miss, and after that, it was a clear path to the end zone on the counter. Hidden Valley showing their might here in week 1. Extra point is duffed. Well, it looked like the hold was good, but of course from our angle, the holder is obscuring the ball, so he must have kind of bobbled it because the kicker stuttered a little bit and then booted it right into the back of his left guard. Nevertheless, another score for Hidden Valley. They find themselves up 27-0 with 6:20 left to play here in the second quarter. We want to thank you for joining us on TableRockSports.net. My name is Nate Goodyear. Caleb Franklin doing the great work on the camera for you this evening. Happy to come to you from Phoenix High School. And we want to remind you to thank our great sponsors who make this great high school athletic action available for you, including our title sponsor, Lithia Superstore Jeep Dodge Chrysler. Visit lithiasuperstore.com to find your next ride. Story of the game so far has been Nate Vidlac. A couple of rushing touchdowns to open the game, a 30-yard strike to Jeremiah Noga to make it 21-0, and most recently, a 15-yard touchdown run from Tobias Powers. So a team that ended last year on a high note is into week 1 with a mission. Here's a squib kick that's missed by Greenwood. And he fumbles it and he finds himself in the end zone. This could be a problem. But because he got into the end zone. Wait, so how does this work? Oh, it is a touchback. I was going to say he got into the end zone, so the play is dead. But the way the officials were coming out, I wasn't totally sure what was going to happen there. I thought there might be a rule change or something that I wasn't up on because it's been a year and a half since we've seen high school football. 27-0. Phoenix trails. 6:15 left in the second quarter. Eli Page leading his charges once again under center. Alexis Manzano in the backfield for Phoenix. And Page doesn't have a man there. Again, miscommunication. It looked like Page was thinking one thing, Manzano was thinking another, and it resulted in a 7-yard loss for the Phoenix Pirates. And there's a man down. This isn't good. And you know, this is something you got to be careful about, especially in a season like this where everything comes together so quickly. I mean, we've seen from both teams, they've had their bumps in the road here in the early going, just from a sheer matter of having enough practices in, being in sync with your teammates. Phoenix has struggled with that all evening, and Eli Page has been hit over and over and over again, nearly uncontested. This time it happened again, and it looks like he's in some pain. We're going to step aside here on TableRockSports.net. Hidden Valley 27, Phoenix nothing.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is a guy from Lithia who made it all possible. Carlos.
Hey, Carlos. Hey, Carlos.
You want someone who's going to take care of you and not just the dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guy during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on lithiasuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
I saw a parent, dad in the stands yelling at his kid, trying to coach him from the bleachers, and the embarrassment on the kid's face. It looked like he was about to cry while playing the game.
I think it's very embarrassing for a student athlete to see their parents being escorted out of the gym or off the playing field.
I'd be surprised if that kid comes back to the game.
And you risk a child enjoying the game, that you rob them of the fun. You have made a bad choice.
Welcome back to Phoenix High School. Eli Page being helped off the field. Looks like it's his left leg that's the problem. If you're just joining us, 6:05 left in the second quarter. Hidden Valley up 27-0. Brian Watts is going to take over under center, the freshman signal caller. Thrown into the fire here against a tough team in Hidden Valley. Alexis Manzano in the backfield. Rain continues to fall here in Phoenix. And as I mentioned before the break, you know, yeah, some of this comes down to Page getting hit over and over again, but even though they're playing on this turf, as Manzano dropped again right behind the line of scrimmage, you know, this turf gets pretty slick too. And yeah, you're going to be able to keep your footing. It's not going to give out on you like a regular lawn or regular grass might, but if you just catch a little bit on the side of your cleat and don't dig in, you can slip out really quickly, and that's a pretty good way to cause some damage. 3rd and 16 upcoming for Phoenix. 5:30 left to go in the second quarter. Watts is going to operate out of the pistol. First time for Phoenix not going from under center. Watts is going to give straight ahead. Manzano hit immediately and dropped again for a loss. That's going to bring on the punt team for Phoenix. Well, fans, for almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home, vehicle, or business needs. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass supports our schools and communities. Clock inside 4:45 now, 4th and 18. Bolstad will put his heels on his own goal line and kick it away once again to Daniel Iwamizu, who's had a couple of good returns here. Good snap this time. Kick, a low liner that's going to get a good bounce. Iwamizu feels it midfield. He's down the near side, dodges a couple of tacklers, good blocking, and fights his way up to almost the 30-yard line. He'll be dropped at the 31, and that's where Hidden Valley will start their next possession. So we'll see Nate Vidlak once again. A couple of touchdowns on the ground, one through the air, a 30-yard strike to Jeremiah Noga. But I have a feeling here with a 4-score lead in rainy weather and just over 4 minutes left in the opening half. This is going to turn into the Tobias Powers show pretty quick here for Hidden Valley. Phoenix has yet to get themselves a first down offensively in this game. 3 wide receivers out to the left. Vidlak, he's going to throw. Rolling left. He's got Matusik short, but he's going to look into the flat where he fires just out of reach of Noah Stone. Little bit surprised to see him throw there, but we still are in the first half. So maybe Hidden Valley's looking at it from the perspective of you got about 4 minutes and 9 seconds left to really step on the throat before you try to run this one out. Noga's on the near side. Powers in the backfield to the left of Vidlak. 2nd and 10 from the 31-yard line. Matusik on the far side of the screen. We've also got Gabriel Birchfield and Noah Stone out there in the slot. Vidlak will throw again. It's a bubble screen, and it's off the hands. Noah Stone once again. That one a little high. I think Vidlak will be slightly upset with himself for the misfire. And although it looks like an easy throw, it's really not that simple. It requires a lot of practice to be able to make that play fake and fire it out there, hit a guy in stride, and especially when you're trying to do all of that in wet weather. That's one that can sail on you pretty quick. 3rd and 10 here for Hidden Valley. Vidlak's going to go under center now. 4:06 left in the second quarter. Slot left is Stone. Now he's going to step back and go out of the gun. Got a new back in the backfield, and they're going to give it to him. A sweep on the left side. Lots of room to run around the corner. First down and then some. Brought down just shy of the 10-yard line. That's number 35, who's not on my roster, so I apologize to the parents out there. We know that's the only way you can pay attention. And my roster doesn't have your kid's name on it. He makes a nice play, even though there's a flag down. Let's see what the call is. Now they're going to wave it off. So number 35. A nice run. Good for him. Maybe we can get a name on him before we get to the second half here. They're going to wind the clock now. 3:55 and counting. $27-0. Hidden Valley on top. 3:40 left to the half. And there's a flag. Looked like Phoenix jumped early. That'll bring up a 1st and 5. No reason to wait around, though. Operating from the 6-yard line. Here's the snap, and here's the give again. Right side, he stiff arms a tackler, but Greenwood hangs on. Nice perseverance from Greenwood, but a strong run to still pick up almost 4 yards on the play. Oh, just kidding. Maybe a little closer to like 2 yards. Second and 3 upcoming for Hidden Valley. Just over 3 minutes left in the half. Noga, the receiver, to the near side. Stone in the slot. Powers in the backfield to the right of Vidlak. 2:53 and counting. Give to Powers, met in the backfield, and are they going to wrap him up? And they finally do. Nice gang tackling by Phoenix. There's a flag on the play, however. Waiting for the call here. The clock continues to move. I think that's probably a... Oh, and it's a face mask. Boy, that's unfortunate for Phoenix. Just about every time they seem to catch a break, the rug gets pulled right out from under them. That's it? I didn't think there was such thing as a 5-yard face mask anymore. Okay, well, 2nd and 3. 2:15 and counting. Powers remains the tailback. Going to shift here into a double wing. They ought to look for the sneak here. That's what they did last time. He's going to drop back to pass, fire up a fade, wide open. Noga's got it. Touchdown, Hidden Valley. Wasn't even looking. Caught staring into the backfield was the defensive back on that side. And it doesn't get much easier than that. And with 2:03 left, 33-0, Hidden Valley. Extra point upcoming. Oh, no, Hidden Valley's missing a guy. Get him out there. Get him out there. Snap is good. Hold is down. And the kick splits the uprights. 2:03 left in the second quarter here from Phoenix High School. It is all Hidden Valley. Mustangs 34, Pirates nothing. On TableRockSports.net. Welcome back to Phoenix High School. I'm Nate Goodyear. The kickoff was taken for a touchback, so Phoenix will start once again from their own 20-yard line. They trail Hidden Valley 34-0 here with 1:59 left to go in the second quarter. Want to thank you for joining us on TableRockSports.net. 34-0 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. And Phoenix still looking for their first down of the ball game. They have struggled, and you know, to be fair, there's a lot of quality on that Hidden Valley side, but Phoenix's execution has definitely left something to be desired this evening. They've lost their starting quarterback. Looking for an update on Eli Page as soon as we can get it, but for right now it's Ryan Watts who gives straight ahead to Alexis Manzano, and he is once again stopped in the backfield. And I, for the life of me, can't remember the last time that Phoenix had a play for positive yardage. It's just been that kind of game for the Pirates. Loss of 2, 2nd and 12. 90 seconds left in the half. So it's 2nd and 12 on the way. Watts out of the gun. He's going to give straight ahead once again. And again, dropped in the backfield. First Mustang there was number 15, whose name I also don't have. Looks like we're going to have to do some roster updates. Maybe we can get there at the break. I see Sam Hess down there. He's on my roster. Cornerback on the near side. Feel like maybe he stuck his nose in there. If not, his folks will get to hear me say his name, and that's always fun. 35 seconds and counting as Phoenix breaks the huddle here in the second quarter with a 3rd and 12 upcoming. From their own 18, right between the hash marks. Watts, the freshman quarterback, thrown into the fire here against a tough Hidden Valley team after the injury to Eli Page. Manzano again, nowhere to go. Looks like maybe some positive yardage here. Phoenix just trying to get to the half. And that's exactly what they're going to do. 10 seconds remaining and the clock is ticking. So let's go ahead and call it a half. That's exactly what's going to happen. So 2 quarters complete here in week 1 at Phoenix High School. It's been all Hidden Valley so far. We're going to come back with the halftime show after this. But first, a word to pay the bills here on TableRockSports.net. Again, on the John L. Scott scoreboard, Hidden Valley 34, Phoenix nothing.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is the guy from Lake who made it all possible, Carlos.
Hey, Carlos. Hey, Carlos.
You want someone who's going to take care of you and not just the dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guide during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on lithiasuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 40 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland and Medford, and now Bill's Glass in Grants Pass.
Doctors James Savage and Rajiv Rajagopal are happy to welcome Dr. Brian Clevenger to the Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls offers a full scope of services from corrective jaw surgery, wisdom teeth removal, general anesthesia, dental implants, and much more. For more information or to schedule a consultation, call 541-779-3781. That's 541-779-3781.
Let's go! At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local US Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day, and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens, called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
The Know Your Role campaign is incredibly needed and incredibly vital and important to establish boundaries, safe boundaries for children to play.
It's got to be a proactive culture where everybody enjoys the game.
At least creates awareness that some things need to change in order for the youth sports world and even actually the adult sports world to continue.
Knowing your role means that the parent, the coach, the referee, the fans, we all have a role.
Circle K is your on-the-go tailgate headquarters. Whether it's a home game or a road game, when you need a big play, call on My Circle K. From their always fresh premium brewed coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks and sodas, fresh made-for-travel deli items. When it comes to special teams, nothing is more special than My Circle K's Kickback Reward Program. Rewards every purchase, every time. Find them, follow them, throw a tailgate party with them. MyCircleK.com.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Welcome back to Phoenix High School. It's halftime, week 1. And Hidden Valley showing their worth. They're up on Phoenix 34-0. I'm Nate Goodyear, thrilled to be with you on TableRockSports.net. It is a wet evening here in Southern Oregon, and both teams have really shown that. But Phoenix especially has had a lot of trouble getting the ball between the center and the quarterback, and the ultimate result of that so far has been their starting quarterback, Eli Page, going down. And it's been all downhill from there. So we want to welcome you in to the Medford Parks and Recreation Halftime Report. Visit playmedford.com for the latest recreation guide with all the sports leagues, classes, and special events, just to name a few. Visit playmedford.com to learn more. Quick rundown of this one. It's obviously been all Hidden Valley so far. Phoenix is still looking for their first down of the ball game. It's been sloppy, as you might expect from this kind of weather. Not sure if you can really tell from our camera here, but it is pouring and has been since kickoff. Nothing has changed. Luckily, they're on this turf field here, but that doesn't mean that the ball isn't wet. And that's resulted in a few mishaps from both teams, but Hidden Valley has been the quickest to take advantage. They're obviously bringing back a strong team from last season, but they've been aided by the fact that they have not started a single possession outside of Phoenix territory. They've been on the Pirates side of the field to start every go at it, and they've capitalized. 5 touchdowns so far, 4 of which, I should say, courtesy of Nate Vidlac, as he opened the scoring with a 12-yard touchdown run around the right edge. That was early on in the first quarter. Then he followed it up with a 2-yard quarterback sneak that was set up off of a fumbled snap on a punt, fallen on by Bolstad right at the 2-yard line for Phoenix. It took Hidden Valley 1 play to punch it in after that. Third score of the game, a 30-yard strike from Vidlac to Jeremiah Noga, followed up by a 15-yard run from Tobias Powers, and then a 2-yard fade route from Vidlac to a wide-open Noga to leave it where we are, 34-0 as we speak. That's pretty much what we got going on here. Some other games going on around the valley and around Southern Oregon for the most part. A showdown in Klamath Falls, Henley and Mazama, classic rivalry over there. Henley's going to be here shortly. We're going to see them pretty soon, I believe, here in Phoenix, if I'm not mistaken. Get to see my good buddy Randy Adams doing the broadcasts for them. Another game going on, North Valley, also over in Klamath Falls, taking on Klamath Union. Brookings Harbor is over at U.S. Cellular Fields, being hosted by Cascade Christian this evening. North Medford making the short trip up to Grants Pass. And Crater is going, I mean, you say across town, it seems like it is. Obviously Central Point and Medford, but Crater taking on South Medford as well. So we also have some updates too, something I've learned. I was looking at my roster. We had a couple of names that we didn't know, and we're not totally clear on all of them yet. But what we discovered is that Hidden Valley this year has merged with Illinois Valley, because Illinois Valley had a shortage of players come out. Everything's obviously been funky this year just in general. So Hidden Valley took on some of the Illinois Valley players. So number 35, Tanner Jolly, tailback, likely to see him quite a bit here in the second half as Hidden Valley tries to run this one down. And you've also got number 15, who we believe to be Ty Klauser. So if we get any more confirmation on that, we'd be happy to give it to you. We know y'all are out there. No one can be here except for us, so we got a lot of you that are watching at home. We're happy to have you with us on TableRockSports.net. If this is the first time you're joining us, hello, and thank you for being here. I was happy to be there for Hidden Valley's romp over Cascade Christian in last year's playoffs, so that was the first glimpse I got at that team. And so I knew pretty well coming into this one that Phoenix was taking on a powerhouse, and the Mustangs have not disappointed. Real quick, before we get back to the second half and get another word from our sponsors, we'll take a look at the upcoming schedule for Phoenix. They are going to take on Henley next week. That's going to be right here from Phoenix High School, followed by a trip to Klamath Union on the 19th. Mazama will be in town on the 25th. That's always a tough one. And then they'll close the year with a trip up to North Valley on the 2nd of April. As for Hidden Valley, they're going to be at home next week against Klamath Union, followed by a trip on the 19th to Klamath Falls to take on Mazama. On the 26th, it's going to be North Valley at home, and then they will close the year with another trip to Klamath Falls to take on Henley. We'll step aside with another word from our sponsors here on TableRockSports.net. At the half on the John L. Scott scoreboard, as part of the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, it's Hidden Valley 34, Phoenix nothing. Back with the second half after this.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is the guy from Lithia who made it all possible, Carlos.
Hey, Carlos. Hey, Carlos.
You want someone who's going to take care of you and not just the dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guy during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on lithiasuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
I saw a parent, dad in the stands yelling at his kid, trying to coach him from the bleachers, and the embarrassment on the kid's face. It looked like he was about to cry while playing the game.
I think it's very embarrassing for a student athlete to see their parents being escorted out of the gym or off the playing field.
I'd be surprised if that kid comes back to the game.
And you risk a child enjoying the game, that you rob them of the fun. You have made a bad choice.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is the guy from Lithia who made it all possible, Carlos.
Hey, Carlos. Hey, Carlos.
You want someone who's going to take care of you and not just the dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guy during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on lithiasuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
I saw a parent, dad in the stands yelling at his kid, trying to coach him from the bleachers, and the embarrassment on the kid's face. It looked like he was about to cry while playing the game.
I think it's very embarrassing for a student athlete to see their parents being escorted out of the gym or off the playing field.
I'd be surprised if that kid comes back to the game.
And you risk a child enjoying the game, that you rob them of the fun. You have made a bad choice.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is the guy from Lithia who made it all possible, Carlos.
Hey, Carlos. Hey, Carlos.
You want someone who's going to take care of you and not just the dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guide during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on lithiasuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 40 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland and Medford, and now Bill's Glass in Grants Pass.
Doctors James Savage and Rajiv Rajagopal are happy to welcome Dr. Brian Clevenger to the Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls offers a full scope of services from corrective jaw surgery, wisdom teeth removal, general anesthesia, dental implants, and much more. For more information or to schedule a consultation, call 541-779-3781. That's 541-779-3781.
Let's go! At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local US Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
The Know Your Role campaign is incredibly needed and incredibly vital and important to establish boundaries, safe boundaries for children to play.
It's got to be a proactive culture where everybody enjoys the game.
At least creates awareness that some things need to change in order for the youth sports world and even actually the adult sports world to continue.
Knowing your role means that the parent, the coach, the referee, the fans, we all have a role.
Welcome back to Phoenix High School in, yeah, you guessed it, Phoenix, Oregon. I'm Nate Goodyear, bringing you this game, the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net, powered by US Cellular at Siskiyou. Hidden Valley on the road. A dominant performance in the first half, up 34-0 over the Phoenix Pirates, who have failed to get a first down so far in the proceedings, looking to do something respectable in the second half, have something to look forward to going into next week against Henley. But Hidden Valley has made it tough. Nate Vidlac has been the man. 4 touchdowns, 2 on the ground, 2 through the air. Tobias Powers accounted for the other, and it's a missed extra point that's the only thing that's keeping it from being 35-0. And Hidden Valley has yet to start a drive inside their own territory. A lot of that has had to do with the fact that Phoenix has not gained a first down. They've started most of their possessions with a touchback and a lot of lost yardage. The Hidden Valley defensive line has dominated this game in the trenches as there's been nothing on the ground for Phoenix, and they haven't really been able to do anything through the air because they haven't been able to try. It seems like they've had so many fumbled snaps so far, unfortunately, in this wet weather. Every time they drop back to pass, it's now just become kind of a battle of getting to the end of this one and seeing if you can get a first down and have some good things, some positive stuff to point at on tape as you move forward into the season. Obviously, we're in a situation where everything has been greatly abbreviated, whether that's the practice schedules and, you know, playing football this time of year is not necessarily on anyone's radar. But I think all the players and all of the fans and just about everyone here is happy to see, especially these seniors, get a crack at putting some stuff on film for their final season in high school. So that's what Phoenix, I think, is going to be looking for here in the second half, to get some positive thoughts going forward, stuff that you can build on, because we know that Hidden Valley has a lot of talent on this side, and they're going to potentially challenge for a state championship this year. As it is right now, 34-0 as we come to a close at the half. Phoenix won the coin toss to open the game and elected to receive, so that's going to be a bummer for them that they get to start on defense, but you don't want to count your chickens before they hatch, but this is going to be the best opportunity for Phoenix to start Hidden Valley with some field position in their own territory. So I would say that's going to be the story. And it looks like we are going to get another 3 minutes of runoff here, so why don't we pay some bills? The Medical Eye Center, Medford, is helping bring you today's action. They have a wide range of eye care services for the whole family. Visit medicaleyecenter.com to learn how they might help your vision needs. And in case you're wondering how to find us on the regular, maybe you're a Hidden Valley fan, maybe you're a Phoenix fan, you got the notification, you found out a way to find your team online. Well, guess what? We're going to be doing this all year long. So you can help keep us running at Table Rock Sports by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Search TableRockSports.com or search Table Rock Sports at YouTube.com, I should say, and click on the red subscribe button to help us continue to cover this and so many more other games around the Valley. And we don't just do football. We do everything. But a listing of the games on the schedule tonight: North Medford at Grants Pass, Brookings at Cascade Christian, Crater at South Medford, St. Mary's at South Umpqua. Those are all games that we've got for you here on Table Rock Sports. We've got soccer, we got volleyball. When basketball picks up, we're going to be there too. So if you like what you're hearing tonight, make sure you go over to YouTube, pound that subscribe button at the Table Rock Sports channel. Make it happen for us, and we can keep bringing this stuff to you. Second half is about to get underway. There's the kick. And we're almost off and running. Noga picks it up at the 2. And here we go. A missed tackle and a flag down on the play as well. That's one of the biggest shortcomings as Noga is pulled out of bounds at the 23-yard line. If there have been any mistakes from Hidden Valley this evening, they've had a few problems with their discipline, and not in an attitude way. We haven't seen any of that, but mostly on their special teams plays and their returns, we've seen some holding. Looks like this time we've got a block in the back. So we've had a couple of those, few personal fouls that have had it called back. But that's really it as far as mistakes from Hidden Valley. I want to thank Caleb Franklin for working the camera for us tonight. And, of course, our executive producer, Joe Brett, for all of our events here on TableRockSports.net. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 for Hidden Valley from the 17 following the block in the back. Nate Vidlak, 4 touchdowns to his name so far this evening. Lines up out of the gun. He's going to give to Powers, right side, wide open at the 25, the 30, the 35, 40, dodges 4 tacklers, dragging a man with him into Phoenix territory and down past the 30, finally at the 26-yard line. Tobias Powers showing his worth once again. That's a 55-yard run by Tobias Powers to open the second half. And being up 34-0, Hidden Valley has officially run one play from their own territory, and it resulted in a 55-yard scamper from Tobias Powers. 1st and 10 from the 26. Trips to the left for Vidlak. Now Powers makes his way over there as well. Noga, the receiver, to the near side of your screen. From the right hash, Vidlak lost the football. Boy, that's a rare mistake, but he's still got room. He tries to spin off. He's still on his feet at the 30, trying to fight to the original line of scrimmage, and he comes up short. Finally stopped in the backfield by Fa Masalosalo. I'll get it. Loss of 2. Good job by Masalosalo to finally bring the shifty Vidlak down after he lost the football Garo Yepremian style for you 70-something Dolphins fans. What is that, 72? They went to the Super Bowl and he did that? I don't know. What have I got, a handful of people out there that know what I'm talking about? 2nd and 12. Vidlak from the gun. He'll keep it, and he's got the edge. At the 30 to the 25, trucks a man, but way to stay on his feet. Positive pickup, but I always got to give a credit to a guy like Jackson Selden. Sometimes you just got to make yourself a speed bump, brother. 3rd and 8, gain of 4. If you're going to be a speed bump, you better hang on for dear life, and that's exactly what Selden did. Noga is the receiver to the near side. Tanner Jolly in the backfield to the left of Vidlak. Trips left. Back to throw. Looking for a screen to the left. He's got Matusik cutting his way towards the center of the field, and he's going to be stopped short. A little bit of attitude going on here now. Phoenix showing some fire. Joey Baynard and Trevor Scherer sharing the responsibilities on the tackle there as we're inside 9 minutes in the 3rd quarter. 4th and 3. Looks like Hidden Valley is going to keep their offense on the field. Lawrence Matusik took that screen and cut back towards the center of the field, which is high risk, high reward situation as an edge receiver. Quad formation here and a flag down. Oh, man, and that's a big break for Phoenix. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Lawrence Matusik. So he makes the play, he gets positive yardage, and then gives it all back. And there's really no need for that. I mean, you know, from Phoenix's perspective, they're looking for a spark. They want energy, they want emotion out there. So they got the job done. If you're on the Hidden Valley side of things, you just can't afford to take the bait. There's no reason to do it. And Matusik made that mistake. You think he's probably going to learn from that as a senior. That's not one you make more than twice. 4th and 18, offense still on the field for Hidden Valley. They're trying to make a statement. Vidlak will throw. Rolling to the near side, looking for the flat. That's not going to get the job done. The catch is made. And it's a nice play by Noah Stone. But that's a turnover on downs for Hidden Valley. You kind of wonder about that from Hidden Valley going for it on 4th and 18, up 34-0. The only thing that I can think of is that they're just trying to get some more practice for their offense, but I'm not sure what they would be looking for. You think at this point they'd want some practice out of their punt team, considering they haven't been out there yet this evening. Nonetheless, 1st and 10 on the way for Phoenix from their own 27. Ryan Watts under center, the freshman, will actually be operating out of the pistol here. If you're just joining us, Eli Page left in the 2nd quarter with a leg injury. Watts couldn't make a decision, and he's dropped in the backfield. Another sack for Hidden Valley. Blake Schubert storming into the backfield, almost uncontested to make the stop. Loss of 6 on the play, 2nd and 16. Same pistol formation out of an offset eye. Manzano, the tailback, 2 wide receivers. And Watts is going to give straight ahead to his fullback, who's hit hard at the 25-yard line. It was Cameron Redmond on the carry. And a big hit after a gain of 7 will bring up 3rd and 9. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm reading the things wrong. Gain of 5, 3rd and 11. 7 minutes left to play in the third quarter. 34-0, Hidden Valley. Watts is going to give straight ahead again. Redmond this time tries to bust his way outside. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage where they'll face a 4th down and 10. Gain of 2 on the play for Redmond. And Phoenix is going to send on the punt team. You know, I mean, I guess you're in your own territory. I kind of understand it. You haven't picked up more than a couple yards on any given play all night, but how many times are you going to send out your punt team before you just decide to let your team try something? Throw it downfield, what the heck? 6:08 and counting. Noga is back deep to receive the kick from Bolstad, who will fire it away from his 15-yard line. Good snap and a pretty good punt, a knuckleball that's going to be tough to field. And that's a pretty wise choice from Noga to just fall on it. So Hidden Valley will open their possession on their own 42-yard line. They lead 34-0, 5:46 remaining in the third quarter. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. Today's game brought to you in part by My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Morning motivation, crunch in your lunch, and fuel for your road trip begins with My Circle K. Nate Goodyear with you, Caleb Franklin on the camera over there doing the important work for all you fans at home unable to attend this evening at Phoenix High School. The rain started about an hour and a half before kickoff and has not let up. We're 2.5 quarters through the ball game, and it's just been dumping the entire time. Hidden Valley up 34-0. Vidlak is still the man. Powers to his left in the backfield. And 3 wide receivers out to that far side of the field as they operate from the right hash. Give to Powers, off tackle. He tries to spin his way forward and picks up a yard. Nice defensive stop from that Phoenix defense. Looked like Jair Ramirez was the first one in on the play. Credit to Trevor Scherer as well. 2nd and 9. Powers will check out now. Tanner Jolly in the ball game, an Illinois Valley student making his appearance for Hidden Valley as they're working in conjunction this year on the football field. 2nd and 9 from the 39. Vidlak will throw. Looks across the middle. He doesn't have anyone. He's got to go somewhere else. Got a man in the flat far side. And it's caught by Birchfield, who shakes a tackler. He has a first down and is knocked out of bounds in Phoenix territory. Or was he dropped? He kept going. No, they are going to give him the first down. But he's still stopped in Hidden Valley territory. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Mustang 49-yard line. 4:55 remaining in the third quarter. $34-0 Mustangs on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Going to go trips right this time. They like to keep that to the wide side of the field. Vidlak will throw on first down. Straight back. Plenty of time. He's going to look on his near side, and he's got some room to run. He'll tuck it. He's at the 40 and out of bounds. Enough to pick up a first down. A 12-yard run from Nate Vidlak. He's already got a couple of touchdowns on the ground and 2 more through the air. So that'll bring up a 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Hidden Valley continues to keep the pedal on the metal. And with the way things are this year, looks like we're going to get a timeout, actually. So I'll get back to that when we get back on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Hidden Valley 34, Phoenix nothing.
There's a time machine not so far away that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
The Know Your Role campaign is incredibly needed and incredibly vital and important to establish boundaries, safe boundaries for children to play.
It's got to be a proactive culture where everybody enjoys the game.
At least creates awareness that some things need to change in order for the youth sports world and even actually the adult sports world to continue.
Knowing your role means that the parent, the coach, the referee, the fans, we all have a role.
1st and 10 as we're back here on the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. Here's a give to Jolly, left side, and he's got a bit of a hole. He turns the corner, bowls a man over, and finds himself a first down. Nice gain from Jolly, a pickup of 11 on the play, and yet another first down for Hidden Valley. Happy to come to you from Phoenix High School. Hidden Valley keeping their foot on the gas. This is an opportunity for them, even though they're already up 34-0, to make a statement in the 4A division. They spent last year in 3A and had a great year taking on a 4A opponent. Is Vidlak back to throw? He's got a man, little underthrown, but caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Hidden Valley. Jeremiah Noga, once again, another touchdown for him, as Hidden Valley continues to pour it on, 40-0, pending the extra point. A 29-yard strike from Nate Vidlak to Jeremiah Noga. Third touchdown of the night for Noga, the 5th for Vidlak. Hidden Valley is just kind of shuffling guys out there. They'll make it. It's a slow burn. The clock's moving now as we're into the second half with a 40-point advantage. The snap is high, and the kick is blocked. So there's a positive for Phoenix, and they're going after it. So second missed extra point on the night for Phoenix. Good special teams play. Jair Ramirez was in there to get his hand on the ball and then tried to chase it down. But with 2:50 left in the third quarter, yet another touchdown for Hidden Valley. They find themselves up 40-0 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. You are watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. I'm Nate Goodyear. Caleb Franklin over there on the camera for me, doing some great work this evening as we bring you Week 1 action from around the Rogue Valley. Phoenix has shown it, whereas Hidden Valley seems to have picked up right where they left off a year and a half ago. 5 touchdowns for Nate Vidlak, 3 for Jeremiah Noga. And it's been all Mustangs. Kick is on the way. Greenwood fields with his heels on the goal line, and he lost the football almost. In fact, that's not Greenwood. He does a good job to shake a couple of tacklers and fight his way back. Peyton White, the junior, back there to field the kick. He's going to be stopped at the 10-yard line, and that's where Phoenix will start their next drive. For almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home, vehicle, or business needs. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass supports our schools and communities. Rain continues to fall here in Phoenix as the Pirates are still seeking their first down of the night. Ryan Watts, the freshman signal caller, took over about midway through the second quarter when Eli Page went down for an injury. Jair Ramirez, the tailback in the backfield. Here's Ramirez. The toss is high. He's got some recovery to do, and it's going to be a big ask as Ramirez is dropped for a loss. Loss of 4 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 14. And I try my best to not dwell on the negative. I know we've got a lot of parents and fans listening, but just for the sake of recapping the game, it's been a tough go for this Phoenix offense. It's pretty likely that they've had more plays for negative yardage than they have for positive yardage. And at this point in the game, they're just looking for something to take forward into next week against Henley. Inside a minute. Fighting his way forward. Nice job of spinning off the tacklers by Joey Baynard to pick up a few yards. Gain of 4 on the play to bring up a 3rd and 10. We're inside 40 seconds left to play in the third quarter. I want to remind you to stick around for the My Circle K post-game show. I'm saying it faster than I can read it, apparently. Give you a little review over tonight's proceedings. Ten seconds left in the quarter. Let's see if they can get a snap off on 3rd and 10 from the 6. And instead, we're going to get a flag. Just as we suspected, a false start on the edge, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. On the John L. Scott scoreboard, it's Hidden Valley 40, Phoenix nothing. Back after this on TableRockSports.net.
K is your on-the-go tailgate headquarters. Whether it's a home game or a road game, when you need a big play, call on My Circle K. From their always fresh premium brewed coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks and sodas, fresh made-for-travel deli items. When it comes to special teams, nothing is more special than My Circle K's Kickback Reward Program. Rewards every purchase, every time. Find them, follow them, throw a tailgate party with them. MyCircleK.com.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. The score on the John L. Scott scoreboard, Hidden Valley 40, Phoenix nothing as we start the fourth quarter here at Phoenix High School. It's a 3rd and 10 for the Pirates. buried deep back in their own territory. I'm sorry, a 3rd and 15 from the 5-yard line. Ryan Watts operating out of the pistol. And he's going to hand it off. Nice little gain on the play. Jair Ramirez is going to fight his way ahead for maybe 5-6 yards on the play. Not enough for a first down. And on comes Julius Bolstad to kick it away once again. Well, you mentioned that the rain hasn't stopped. It's certainly gotten colder as the night has progressed as well. Daniel Iwamizu is going to be back deep. Clock's going to run here for the entirety of the 4th quarter, so we're at 11:20 with a 40-point lead for Hidden Valley. Bolstad will kick out of his own end zone. He's had a couple of pretty good punts tonight. The coverage has been slightly lacking, but Hidden Valley's also had a few penalties to their name as well. Nice snap. And a good kick. Probably the best of the night from Bolstad. It goes bounding into Hidden Valley territory. Iwamizu will let it go, and it will be downed at the 37-yard line by A.J. Hawkins. A 53-yard punt in its entirety, so that's a nice little boot there from Bolstad. And after failing to keep Hidden Valley from starting in their own territory for the entirety of the first half, Phoenix has managed to do so for every drive so far here in the second. So if you're looking for positives as a Pirates fan or coach or player moving forward through the next few weeks of this short season, I think I just came up with one for you. So Vidlak remains the quarterback. He's got slot to the left and one tailback in the backfield. It's Iwamizu, who's going to try to come along the near side where he has to cut back and is met by a host of Phoenix tacklers, eventually being dropped for a gain of 2 yards on the play, 2nd and 8. Hard count from Vidlak. Almost got him to jump. And he'll give to Iwamizu, who drags a man past him, turns the corner, has a first down, and then some into Phoenix territory. Nice run by Iwamizu, who's already shown to be a little dangerous as a punt returner. Getting some run at tailback here. Is able to move the chains for Hidden Valley and get into Pirate territory. Keep yourself here for the My Circle K post-game show. Give you a quick rundown of all the happenings in this game. Unfortunately for Phoenix fans, it's going to be a pretty one-sided post-game show. But for the sake of keeping everyone with positive vibes. Wait, what happened there? Is there a flag and I missed it? Oh, well, good. I'm too busy being excited to hear the sound of my own voice. 2nd and 5 upcoming. Clock's inside 8 minutes now as we await this second down play from the 42. Vidlak will throw. Into the slot, he had Stone, and Stone dropped it. It'll bring up 3rd. It's been a rough evening for Noah Stone. That's his 3rd drop of the night. And as a junior wide receiver, he's going to be kicking himself because the plays that he's had have almost entirely been short screen plays like that. Smokes and bubble screens, and you've got to take those opportunities and run with them. He's going to be kicking himself for not being able to do that tonight. 3rd and 5. There's a give to Iwamizu, met in the backfield, but they don't bring him down. Shoddy tackling by Phoenix into Pirate territory. Iwamizu cuts his way back across the 40, and not only does he move the sticks, but he picks himself up a good chunk of yardage down to the Phoenix 38-yard line. Kyle Braun was there for Phoenix, but he just couldn't make the stop and wrap up. First and 10 now from the 38. 6.5 left in the fourth quarter. From the left hash, Vidlak will throw. Here's Stone again, trying to get him involved and get him some confidence. Makes the catch this time and stiff arms his way past the first down marker down to the 25-yard line. And I kind of like that call out of Hidden Valley. You got a young receiver that you obviously have a lot of faith in. You tried to get him involved in the game early. The ball's a little slick out there. So he's had a couple of drops, but just keep feeding him. Don't do anything too aggressive to make it look like you're trying to run it up on Phoenix, but get the kid some confidence in these next few weeks going forward. 1st and 10 from the 25. Stone remains in the slot, this time to the near side. Here's Iwamizu on a counter this time. Across the 20, first down yardage. Oh, big hit and knocked out at the 10-yard line. Wow. Lowered the boom on the edge and managed to pick himself up another 4 yards. Now will take us inside 5 minutes, as it'll be a 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line. So essentially 1st and goal. Yeah, in fact, they are going to pull the chains away. So even though it looks like the marker isn't quite on the 10, there's really no way to get a first down without scoring. 40-0 your score on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Nate Vidlak responsible for 5 touchdowns, 3 through the air, 2 on the ground. Those 2 rushing touchdowns were the first 2 scores of the game for Hidden Valley, and they haven't looked back. Vidlak with a keeper. Now he's going to step back, look to throw. Boy, dodging his way Russell Wilson style through the backfield. Now he lobs up, and it's kind of an ill-advised decision there, but at this point, what difference does it make? He was looking for Noah Stone, and there's a flag down on the play. Clock moving inside 4 minutes now, and an ineligible man downfield against Hidden Valley. I couldn't quite figure out if that was really supposed to be a run-pass option or if Vidlak found himself in some trouble and just hoped he could find some help and made his way across the field. Either way, some great playmaking by Vidlak to dodge the rush, find his way back across field. And I think if he could take any decision back, it would probably be the duck that he lofted up to the end zone. But you're up 40-0. Give your guy a chance. He was looking for Stone. We talked about getting him involved. 1st and 15 upcoming. And again, whistles before the play. We're going to get a timeout out of Phoenix. 2:54 left on the John L. Scott scoreboard. 40-0. Phoenix is trailing. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. I'm Nate Goodyear, happy to be bringing you Week 1 action from Phoenix High School. Caleb Franklin on the camera for me this evening. Of course, we want to thank our executive producer, Joe Brett, for all events on TableRockSports.net. Our sponsors keep these events free for fans to enjoy, so let them know that you appreciate their support, and especially on a year like this, that you appreciate being able to find these games online. So support Table Rock Sports by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, search Table Rock Sports, and click on the red subscribe button. And you can catch all the games that we've got going on all across the valley and elsewhere. Brookings Harbor at Cascade this evening, North Medford at Grants Pass, Crater at South Medford. Elsewhere around the Skyline Conference, Henley is taking on Mazama. Henley will be here next week for a 7 o'clock kickoff at Phoenix High School. Here we've got a 1st and 15 upcoming, 2:54 left in the game for Hidden Valley. So give to Jolly, and is he going to make it into the end zone? He finally gets touched at the 5. Did he make his way in? No, he's dropped short at the 1-yard line. Nice hustle by the Phoenix defense to stop that play from resulting in a touchdown. That'll bring up 2nd and goal. Clock at 2:25 and counting. The My Circle K postgame show coming up 2 minutes and 14 seconds from now. Actually, maybe a little bit more from that, because Hidden Valley is going to take a timeout, which means so are we. 40-0 Hidden Valley on the John L. Scott scoreboard.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is the guy from Lithia who made it all possible, Carlos.
Hey, Carlos. Hey, Carlos.
You want someone who's going to take care of you and not just the dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guy during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on lithiasuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
I saw a parent, dad in the stands yelling at his kid, trying to coach him from the bleachers, and the embarrassment on the kid's face. It looked like he was about to cry while playing the game.
I think it's very embarrassing for a student athlete to see their parents being escorted out of the gym or off the playing field.
I'd be surprised if that kid comes back to the game.
And you risk a child enjoying the game, that you rob them of the fun. You have made a bad choice.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by Siskiyou Cellular. 2nd and goal, 2:14 left to go in the ball game. We got a new quarterback for Hidden Valley. And here's a give on a jet sweep, being stopped short. It's a new ball carrier who's not on our roster. So I apologize to the parents out there. We've got an interesting situation going here with Hidden Valley. They've combined themselves with Illinois Valley due to kind of a lack of numbers on both sides. So there are a few players that came over from Illinois Valley that aren't on our rosters this evening. And we're hoping that by the end of, well, hopefully by next week, they'll have that squared away, because we know that if you want to watch one of these kiddos do something, it's a bummer when you know who they are and we don't. Give straight ahead, and yet another touchdown. It's Jolly that marched his way in that time. That's going to make it 46-0 pending the extra point. Clock's going to run, though, and by the time this PAT is over, we're going to be well inside a minute left to play. Next week for these teams, Hidden Valley is going to be at home. They'll be taking on the Pelicans of Klamath Union. You know, a funny thing about a pelican, its beak can hold more than its belly can. Yeah, I know. I'll see myself out here in about 40 seconds after the My Circle K post-game show. PAT is up and good. Just like that, 47-0 Mustangs. Looking ahead for Phoenix, they're going to be at home again next week, taking on a conference rival. The Henley Hornets will be in town. The referee just stops the clock here. Don't want to let it run out before the next kickoff. It's pretty likely that this is going to be the last play of the game here, so I think if you're on that Phoenix sideline, that's pretty much the way you play it. Just see what you can do. You got one shot at glory here. What the heck? Bust out the rugby return. Let's see it. You got to practice that at some point. Well, we want to thank you for joining us tonight on TableRockSports.net. We're proud to be partnered with the Phoenix Talent School District for this one. Special thanks to Dave Earhart, the AD here at Phoenix High School, who is always more than accommodating to us here at Table Rock Sports. We're very happy to work with a guy that's as great to us and is as passionate about bringing this to you as we are. So big thanks to Dave for letting us up in here, especially on a wet night. He let us in the press box, that animal. Here's the kickoff, and it's going to be fielded at the 5. Trying to take the far side, shaking off a tackler and getting knocked backwards is Peyton White. And with 8 seconds and the clock ticking, that is probably just about going to do it. So the final gun will sound. And from Phoenix High School, the final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Hidden Valley 47, Phoenix nothing on the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week. After a quick word from our sponsors, it's the My Circle K postgame show on TableRockSports.net. All right, welcome back. We're all done here at Phoenix High School. The final score, Hidden Valley 47, Phoenix nothing. We want to welcome you into the My Circle K postgame show powered by GP Energy, where it was really all Hidden Valley. The scoreboard does not lie in this one. The scoring was opened with a 12-yard touchdown run by Nate Vidlak to make it 7-0. Then it was a 2-yard run by Vidlak on a sneak that was brought up off a fumbled long snap by the punter that was fallen on at the 2-yard line. It took one play for Hidden Valley to punch it in from there. After that, 30-yard strike from Vidlak to Jeremiah Noga. Noga would be responsible for 3 receiving touchdowns on the evening. A 30-yard, 2 yards on a fade, and then a 29-yard touchdown pass. Between Tobias Powers had a 15-yard scamper, and Nate Vidlak with his 5th touchdown. 3 through the air, 2 on the ground. He's got to be the player of the game for me, with honorable mention to Jeremiah Noga. So we're going to keep it nice and sweet for you because we know you're ready to get to whatever the heck you're going to do on a Friday night. It's 9 o'clock and it's time to rock, so we'll get you out of here fast. Hidden Valley is going to be at home next week taking on Klamath Union. The Pelicans coming to town to take on a Mustang team that looks like they are on a mission in the 5A division, and that's exactly what you saw tonight. They're sticking in 5A, but they've got a couple of 4A teams really all over their schedule this year. And for what it's worth, in an abbreviated schedule, they have an opportunity to really make some noise as a lower division team. For Phoenix, they're going to be at home next week, and we're going to have that one for you, a 7 o'clock kickoff against the Henley Hornets. For Caleb Franklin on the camera, doing great work for me, and our executive producer, Joe Brett. My name is Nate Goodyear. We want to thank you for joining us at Phoenix High School. Again, the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week. The final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard, Hidden Valley 47, Phoenix nothing. Good night.